up. I could send it to you, but
But my God, that would be nice.
basically, it's cheaper for me to buy a plane ticket and send myself there.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding.
What
The
kind of
cost
people?
of
What kind of
shipping
people ask for 050? Like, what do they ask for? I
all the
guess.
time people ask. They're usually looking for pre-samurai, which is like gold and stuff. I got lots, so it's not a problem. I got tons of sealed product. It's called be a good tournament player for a long time. You'll find out you just win stuff over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even give it all away.
Okay, so we're going live. So make sure there won't be people.
Let's see if you let me into the game this time.
Since it's a unicorn game, you want to take the same strategy. I'll kind of focus more on
Sure,
what's going
that makes
on.
sense. Is it 1, 2, 3 still?
Should be 1, 2, 3, and then you got to hit the cancel right after.
Okay.
Like it's like watch and then cancel, like one after the other. I don't know. Bug's been there for
That makes
forever.
sense.
Chess clocks, that's good.
I hate when people ask me to do an inventory. I send it off to them. Oh, he's got an address in New York City. That changes things. Okay. If you ever need any old 5R stuff, let me know.
Okay.
Especially swag stuff. Like if some of the swag stuff is what usually what people are looking for.
Right.
Like the old clan boxes, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Some of the direct-to-player stuff. I don't know if you played back then.
No, I never did. I never did. I played
Some
Magic
of the
in
stuff is pretty cool. They
early
had some good
'90s,
stuff.
and then I didn't touch card games. I played original Android Netrunner too, and I didn't touch anything until Netrunner came out again.
Yeah,
So
well, that was part of the second wave, right? Like there was 4 games that came out after Magic.
oh, there were so many
Netrunner.
games that came out.
Well, after a while, yeah, but the big 4 that came out right afterwards, like in a chunk, there was a bunch of games in between that kind of like were trying to capitalize on the trend.
Okay. Looks like we
They're
got some
trying to
viewers,
capitalize on the
so
trade.
might have to stop our CCG musings, although it could be very entertaining as well. Okay, so welcome. I think we're just waiting. Looks like we're waiting for Draz to come in, who should be in very soon. I haven't seen anything in the Canadian team channel indicating he might
Yeah.
not be. And welcome to another game of Discord League World Cup 2020. And this time once again, we have Canada versus Netherlands. We have Draz playing Unicorn for Canada versus Kide on Lion, and currently it stands at 4-0, but I still expect this to be a hard-fought game. What do you feel about the decks, the matchup? I can throw up the Unicorn deck to start, Brian. I have my co-host, Brian Murphy, here from Focus Strike, and Unicorn Expert. There you go. You're on the
Well,
spot
thank you,
now, being the
Shane.
expert.
That's good. Actually, I really like this deck from Draz. This is more something in keeping with what my heart desires. Because basically, this deck is tons of big guys, join the fray, cav reserves. They're going to pop out everywhere and get to your box in a real hurry. I really like the addition of the Septic Truth Seeker. I run him all the time because not only is he a Corcher, which is handy for your cancel events, but also he draws 2 cards for leaving play, which is a huge advantage when you're talking about a deck that basically runs off its events.
Okay, and we get to Countryside Trader. It's not often seen card, but
it's one of those ones. It's pretty much like it's a good one of card because it's a Corcher, so you can always drop it if you need someone to suck it up for the team. But also he really messes up certain key cards, so you could trigger a Midnight Revels to bout his 5-cost guy. You can especially funny if you drop it on a dragon while you're hitting Respiration of Balance.
that is pretty funny.
Yes, it does. It's like, let me trade hands with you.
Ignoring all
And then I'll
trigger
run away.
conditions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just says you can discard down to 4. I'm totally cool with that.
Let's just check to see if we
Yeah.
got some action. Seems like they're still setting up. So let's take a quick look at the Lion deck. We'll get a chance here. I
Okay.
often unable to get back to them, but
So this one, I like the look of this overall. Like the start, it's lots of cheap guys, followed by lots of attachments. I mean, 3 tactical ingenuity, because why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's running the Unicorn Splash, so it's got the mount for the tower. It's got Talisman of the Sun to save a province, at least make you break all four. One Sashimoto to walk yourself home straight. Two Blade of 10,000 Battles. Sometimes I look at this, I think Blade of 10,000 is just, it's one set ahead of its time. In the next set, where you get the Master Tactician, that Blade of 10,000 Battles is going to be huge.
Yeah, it's not Honor Lion, so thank God. I've had enough of that lately, but let's see.
Well,
Okay,
he'll make you
stop that.
defend. Oh,
Okay,
go
actually,
ahead.
jumping right into it. Ooh, a purchased Chagatai. It's a rare
Yeah.
purchased Chagatai with Fate in the wild, with 2 Fate. Yeah, and then obviously getting the past. We see the Akodo Prodigy bought with a Fate, as always, to get the little honor bump, keep it around.
Yep.
It's a political stat that we're not going to see a lot in this game, and then the excellent Berserker for Lion. I mean for Lion coming after. So we have Canada and Draz on the top, and we have Lion and Netherlands on the bottom.
Yeah, I can see that. I think this is going to be a very quick game. I'm assuming the one Fate the Unicorn saved for getting his passing Fate is specifically going to be used for a conflict character.
Quite likely, or maybe he's got the confidence his game's not going 3 rounds. We'll see. We'll
Well,
see.
for HMT, it's pretty much he's got the win by 3, lose by 5
Mm-hmm.
scenario. If the game goes past turn 3, the odds of victory have decreased steadily, and by turn 5, it's like you have reached the bottom of the cliff, Wile E. Coyote style.
Yeah. Oh, but he certainly needs. You're right. He needs a conflict character to trigger his box. Use the Shiotome encampment. And just keep on
Yep.
rolling with
Yeah.
Chagatai. That's, oof. So Chagatai can break, stay standing, defend,
Right.
stand back up, and go back. Wow, that's
Yep.
scary.
Yep. Defendable Chags is always dangerous. I mean, the good news is, at least for Lion, based on his hand structure, he's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And so, okay, chat wise, and Yogo, always interesting to hear your take. What do you feel of this? How do you feel about this matchup? I guess the thing that could throw a wrench in the whole sort of Chag in every conflict is the box for the Kyunakomo. Although, I mean, if he's going to win this ring here, he can always stand up as a result of Kyunakomo bowing him. But
Well, I'm figuring with this build, though, he's got shape out of the box. So I'm almost half tempted to start by fishing somewhere else. Without sitting the Rich Frog, I understand why you would want to break it first, because you can.
yeah, we're certainly seeing where going first is quite a big advantage here, because I see the Battle Aspirant in the row, which would have been a really solid buy.
Yep. It's like
Against
Chagatai,
Chaz.
you could defend.
Exactly. I'm okay to lose that one.
Yeah. Well,
Spoils of
trust
War.
me.
So it looks like we're starting to see like one of those old unicorn like nightmare starts, where they have
That's pretty
spoils in
useful.
hand. They have Chagatai up. Well, they have to
Yep.
pay for them, but still.
And he did start with fire because he wanted to make sure he got that out of the way first to honor Chagatai, which is, even if Chagatai loses a fate, he doesn't really mind at that point.
Yep.
I mean, Chagatai just been bought with extra fate because the game might make it to turn 3.
So in
I
terms of
forgot to check what Draz is running for his province row. Endless, Feast or Famine. Oh, that's mean. Pilgrimage. I'm going to guess Konzordu is not under the box in this game because he probably won't make it there. It's probably Pilgrimage under the box.
yeah, pilgrimage would make some sense. Although either case, I don't know if defending is going to happen that often. It could grind down, I guess. We see
Or it's aggressive. You always want to see if you can get the Konzordu under province. There's Endless, so say goodbye to the Matsu Berserker and the Windsap Yurt.
Yep. On Void, okay, try to get the Chagatai off the table. Try to limit the damage, keep them off your box.
Well, especially because one of the key cards for the Lion deck is Call to War.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to be dropping extra fate on Chagatai.
Yeah.
It's like he's not a big enough problem without getting huge.
I mean, obviously.
Jax goes Earth. Want some cards.
Yeah, I was going to say Earth would have been the other potential choice for Lion there.
But... yeah. Well, he's going to lose the Void Ring next turn, so it's one of those things of like, okay,
I can he switches to Void. A second.
Okay, yeah, you want one of those prodigies to fall off the table.
Chag is known for his military prowess, but he's also a 5 political. when he's
Yeah.
honored. So
Well, when he's honored, yeah. I mean, plus there's captive audience in his deck, so it's not like the prodigy has an extra bonus. There goes the second province,
mhm.
and there's no way Chagatai blocks, even though because he's not yet the champion of the clan.
Well, I think you'll block if the encampment is threatened, because then otherwise encampment's not used for anything.
I don't think he needs the encampment at this point.
Oh well, yeah, not in this. Oh
He just sits back and goes,
yeah.
okay, if you
Oh
can
wow,
destroy
and
the
what a place for the
upholding,
encampment! Like this is
yeah,
the script is going to plan. There's just a script here of the unicorn.
yes, I think this is where people say how Unicorn is bad. Well, what you really need is to stack your deck. The shuffling is all the key. It's like
One of
that's
those
one of
rare
the key
decks that if
skills
you
in
cheat,
Unicorn.
it's actually good. Well,
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're a good shuffler, you could go an amazing length. I'm surprised he blocked with Jagatai there. So he's got to have the captive audience in hand
I think he just wants
because
to. He has the encampment. He's not going to use the encampment for
yeah.
anything else
Oh,
in
I
turn.
was I was. Oh wait, I thought no, he was not. He's not running. I thought for sure the Lion deck would be running. What you would call it? Court games
Oh, okay.
because dishonoring like getting the token off Jagatai is what's important.
Yeah, I find whenever I try to construct a land deck, the fact that you have so many attachments and Call to War and Prepare for War and all these types, like it's just,
Yeah.
core games gets kind of squeezed out.
It does, but I mean, this is one of those games where it's like, yep, there's a reason why you run it, and you just found it.
Definitely.
Because instead, it's he's
Oh,
going
here we
to at
go.
least be able to
Core games
dishonor
the hard
Chag.
way. The shameful
Yep.
display.
So it's going to be a captive audience for sure. Or at least he's got hope for one.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the province lives to see another turn.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Captive audience.
No, it doesn't. Then it burns to the ground.
Yeah.
Just wow, what a first turn.
I mean, Chagatai
Chagatai is still
was in
good.
4 conflicts, and he's still standing at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Chagatai was everywhere.
And yeah, Akodo Yama's a bit distressed by that first turn. I don't blame him at all. That's a tough first turn to have to play through. Not a
Yeah,
lot of choices for him, I don't think, in that one.
I admit it's like just everything that could have gone wrong did. So he's on the box next turn. Oh, luckily he does get the first action. Like that's a
Yeah.
great mindset.
I
I mean, as
could
it
have
is,
got
he
that
could.
void on Chagatai. He could have a water ring option this turn, but
Yes, that's true. I mean, the other one is that because of the way his deck is structured, that's a lot of stuff to like try to play through. Like you're looking at most of this is like prepare for the war, 3-way to the lion, in service, defend your honor, 3 call to war, 3 spoils of war. So
yeah.
if he can't win a military conflict, he's basically got nothing.
Yeah.
He's got 3-way the lead and a whole bunch of attachments.
Yeah. It's definitely a deck, as we know, that has super powerful late game, but
Yep.
it takes a while to get going, which is, kind of HMT feasts on that a little bit, right?
That's true. And because he's still got that one phase, it's enough to lock down the turn.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the only thing I could see the line having its only potential line of play to help it is I buy one guy, the Samurai of Integrity, and I spend the rest of my money on putting attachments on him. And I hope he could defend the province by himself because that's about it. Like there's Yasamura just to make sure the coffin gets nailed shut.
And we see a concede. I was just checking the
Yeah.
discard. There's nothing in there really for that.
Oh yeah, as soon as he saw the other one, that's the. As soon as Yasamura showed up, it's like nope. Now I can't block with the samurai, so now I've really got nothing.
Yeah, so
I mean,
getting
in
the
theory,
always confusing good game followed by actions for
Yeah.
both players. So I guess he's just expressing how daunting he thinks this is. But two encampments, wow, and a Yasamura.
Yeah. So even if the attack doesn't work, it's going to work the next time.
Yeah, I mean you can literally just block military big time and then stand up using but.
Yeah. Well, the hope would be it's a political attack to start.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does have the Spirit Color, so is there anything in his discard worth retrieving?
Checking. I mean, there's 3/3
nope.
is the best.
Too late for that. Yeah. I have to admit that one there was rough. By the way, for those people listening, has everyone been able to go out to Bushi Builder today to see the full set of the In Pursuit of Truth?
I have not yet, but I certainly saw that it was legal now, so I was very interested.
Yeah, I saw it. Actually, I was watching one of Demagog's Scorpion games, and I saw the new card, Lost Papers. And that's when I said, wait a minute, if the picture's here on Jigoku, let me check to see if the whole set's up.
Oh, I had a
The
no
answer was
card
yes.
game, and I just thought that was a card I just never saw. So somebody had it in their no core deck. So
Uh, it's by far, it's one of those great, it's a really good looking card. It actually helps certain decks a lot. It's one of the cards that really actually helps the Scouted Terrain deck because it often has a bunch of guys with no fate. So it's just like, oh, I'll just bout him while I'm at it. Because all it needs is 2 characters. It doesn't really care. It replaces Season Time for War in that deck, which it doesn't really need. Other than for the rally effect.
I guess the only tiny bright side here is that there's no courtier for Unicorn. Oh, there's actually nothing
Yeah.
for Cav Reserves anyway, so the Forge isn't particularly necessary.
Yep. That part is true. I mean, the Forged Edict can be useful because he's got so many attachments. It would just be the ultimate punch to the groin if he decides to dishonor Jagatai by bringing over the Sachimoto, so he no longer bows for military conflict, period. And then it's like, here comes Jags yet again. Oh, here comes Action Johnny. I'm just gonna type something quick in the chat so you can see it.
Oh, wait. Oh, Talisman. So he's worried about the Talisman, I guess.
Yeah,
Smart play.
well, Talisman is definitely there. He's got it on his deck list, so he
Yeah,
could
I just was
very easily bring
momentarily
it.
like, oh yeah, why is he attacking that province? But that's why, I guess. Jag's gonna
Yep.
stay standing anyway, backed up by 2.
Yeah.
We
Well,
see a Sharpen the Mind, which I guess is signaling some sort of favored
yeah.
mount.
Well, it doesn't matter. He still can't defend it with him for the rest of the turn. So
But
it's one of the
he can
advantages
move
of
him in with
Yasumura.
favored mount, right?
Yes, but that's a lot of attachments. He's only got 3 potential fate.
Mm-hmm.
If he has to spend one of them on the mount,
I guess a Barcha
he's
might have been
still got to get above 9.
the best hit
The
for him.
Barcher would be. It's still not. He won't be big enough to mount Jagatai, which is the real problem. That's why the Sharpen the Mind is actually really useful because he can use it to get bigger than Jagatai.
Oh, well,
Except
Barcha,
Jagatai is probably going to pick up a
you just
sword
have to
right
move
now.
in, right?
Yep. Yeah. Who's got to target somebody?
Yeah.
Kind of the bonus. He can always bow the other guy.
Oh no, yeah, of course. That's the problem with Barcha is you couldn't actually equip it, right? Good point.
Yeah. He's no uniques. If you figure you could attach the Jagatai just to be extra funny.
It's a boost for you.
My favorite way to lose a game. Like, man, let me make your guys bigger because I got nothing. Then 7 spectators again. See some of the usual people. Team Canada's there. So if you're saying that Canada was 4-0 coming into this game?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't know who had won the Phoenix game, but now obviously I do.
Mm-hmm. So but in this case, I mean, I guess he can just sack. I mean, until there's surely a conflict character at some point, but there's nobody to actually sack that's that convenient. Oh, okay, then we get the concede. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
At that point, it's like, so everyone breaks, then everyone goes home, and then maybe you sack Yasumura. He's already served his purpose.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, if you sure you spent the extra fate, but you can survive that. And then you've got, crazy Chagatai coming back. The Samurai leaves
it was
play.
very I just thought the kind of concede and then play a little bit more than concede, which is fine. It's still very, very quick.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
Sometimes you want to see it's like, I think this whole game took just under 17 minutes.
Yeah. Okay,
that included thinking time.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Unicorn did very, very exemplary Unicorn things, and that's the end of that game. There's 2 more games left, and many more Disco World Cup games to watch. So, thanks everyone for joining.
Yep, thank you.